Hey, Thomas Tapp here, and just like my brother and I were talking about in the New Year's video, we're going to start doing at least 2 videos per week, maybe even 3, so giving you way more content on this channel. Earlier this week we talked about developing upper body strength, specifically for parkour, help with the top outs. And if you haven't seen that video yet, you haven't checked that out, and you need to work on your upper body strength, click here and check that video out. It's a good one. This video, we're going to talk about this new book that has just been released. It's called Parkour Strength Training. So is this a book you should pick up? Is this something you should own if you're a tracer or if you're a fan of bodyweight exercises or obstacle course races? Is it going to help you with your stamina, your upper body strength, your overall strength for parkour? Or is it a book that's worth leaving and forgetting about? Well, you're going to find out here in just a second. So let's go ahead and get down into this book. Parkour Strength Training here. Pretty good sized book, pretty thick, cool picture in the front. Authored by Ryan Ford and Ben Musholt. Now, I know both these guys personally, and Ryan Ford, you might be familiar with him. He's the founder of Apex Movement. They have gyms all over in Colorado and also in California. He also has influenced my training since over a decade ago. I was watching some of his videos when I first got started into parkour. He's one of the first guys I saw training in the US. He's trained with some of the original tracers, or the first generation tracers from France. And he's also influenced a lot of the teachings that I've taught you on this channel. My brother and I went to a coaching seminar, coaching certification program that he held in Colorado. And if you've seen some of our videos where we're teaching the Kong vault, also the training triangle, how to overcome fear with parkour, this was influenced by the trainings we learned at that coaching seminar. So I can't thank him enough for all the information he's given me in the past. And Ben Musholt, I've done an interview with him on his website, Parkour Conditioning. He's all about the conditioning aspect of parkour. So when I first heard these two were creating a book for parkour training, I assume it's probably going to be really legit information. But we shall see. Let's get down in this book. So you see here, Parkour Strength Training, Overcome Obstacles for Fun and Fitness. So what they do is they start off, they introduce you to what parkour strength training is. You'll see there's photos in here. There's actually photos all throughout. Some pretty amazing photos actually. Some of the flexibility and strength shown here. But it starts you off with developing the basics, the foundation. So I'll show you here. You start off by learning the foundation and just the general movement. So it really breaks down what your body has to do, the body mechanics behind everything. And once you learn the foundation points, they start giving you the basic exercises to start performing. They give you progressions for the basic exercises. And as you start to progress with the basics, you move to more advanced training. And they walk you through this. They also talk about mobility and flexibility. Huge for parkour training, or if you're doing any type of obstacle course training, and that's pretty amazing, that picture there. But going down into the details on what your body, the shapes that your body have to make, and what the training you have to do to be able to create these shapes. So as you see here, there's just a plethora of exercises. They touch on upper body strength, core strength, traverse, climbing, pretty much everything about parkour training. They also give you challenges. I really like that they have challenges that you can try. They also touch on recovery and nutrition. And also what I like is they break it down from, beginner level all the way to advanced, and then putting it together at the end. So really this thing has basically everything you would need to know. Every exercise, every detail of the exercise, the body mechanics, the progressions of parkour training, obstacle course training, and your just body weight training. So I was very impressed with the sheer amount of information that this book has inside of it. They didn't hold back at all on giving everything they know about parkour and strength training. That's pretty much what you're going to get in this book. Everything there's to know about the parkour strength training in that aspect. Now let's break down the pros and the cons of this book. The pros of this book, of course, like I was mentioning earlier, a ton of information here. I really like the way that they have pretty much pictures of every little detail. They walk you through it. It's organized very well. I think a lot of us, especially if you're just getting started in parkour training, you want every little detail so you know exactly what your body has to do. This provides that. It's a complete book in parkour strength training, and if you're looking at doing an obstacle course race, and I don't think there's anything like that out there. And I can say that with full confidence because I have all the other parkour books here too, because I'm a big fan of just getting all the information I can about parkour and free running. Now, I'd say the cons with this book, I would like to see color images, maybe just because I'm a child at heart, but I like seeing the color. Not too big of a deal, but just a preference. Also, it doesn't touch on a lot of the philosophy behind parkour or the background, the history behind parkour. I'd like to see more of that in the parkour book, but in saying that this is a parkour strength training book, it has a lot of information already. It might have been too much putting that in there, but that's just a personal preference. The other thing is, don't expect out of this book, again, it's parkour strength training, don't expect a whole breakdown over the parkour movements. They have breakdowns over the essential moves, like some of the essential vaults, like the lazy vault, the step vault, the climb up, the parkour roll, things like this, but they don't talk about or have breakdown and tutorials over all of the parkour movements or the acrobatic side. So just know that in this book, you're getting exactly what it says, parkour strength training. All right, so the final verdict for this book is if you're looking to increase your strength with parkour, you're looking to get ready for an obstacle course race, the information in here, the exercises, the way it's laid out, this is definitely the best book I've seen for this type of training, by far, the information, as compared to these as well. Now, what it's not going to do, it's not one of these books that you read for motivation and inspiration on certain things. This is one that you're going to look for information. There's no fluff in here. You're not going to be reading this for the history of parkour, for the story. You're reading this for the information, for the workouts, and to implement in your training. It's a book that you're going to come back to for your exercises. If you want to add, interesting, unique exercises to your training, this is the book you're going to go to. So if you want to pick this book up, I definitely recommend it. You can pick this up down below in the description off Amazon. As always, train safe. I'll see you later in the week. Gonna send you an action video here on Friday, so get ready for that. So I'm gonna leave you with the 3 exercises from this book that are my favorite. Try them out to test your parkour strength. And make sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next video.